Let's talk about Eriksholm, the Stolen Dream, a game that looks like it escaped from a moody European painting and decided to emotionally judge you for your life choices. This is a cinematic stealth adventure that leans hard into atmosphere, story, and slow, deliberate gameplay. And depending on what you're into, it's either a dream or a nap waiting to happen. Let's break down what people really like about it and what makes some players quietly uninstall while saying, yeah, it was good enough. First off, Eriksholm looks incredible. The city feels alive in a bleak, industrial, something bad happened here and nobody wants to talk about it kind of way. Rustic streets, tall architecture, heavy shadows, this game absolutely nails mood. Players consistently say the environment does most of the storytelling on its own. You don't need exposition dumps when the city itself is screaming, trust no one. The narrative is another big one. It's personal, grounded, and emotional without going full melodrama. The story unfolds slowly, but intentionally, more like a novel than a blockbuster movie. People really appreciate that the game trusts you to pay attention. No giant arrows, no NPCs yelling objectives every 12 seconds, just quiet tension and mystery. If you like methodical stealth, Eriksholm delivers. Sneaking through environments, timing movements, using shadows, it feels deliberate and thoughtful. A lot of players compare the pacing to classic stealth games where patience actually matters. Messing up doesn't feel cheap, it feels like you messed up, which is humbling and slightly rude. Let's talk about the other side of the coin. Pace is the biggest complaint by far. Eriksholm moves at its own speed, and it does not care if you're impatient. There's minimal action, long quiet stretches, and very little hand-holding. If you're expecting excitement every few minutes, players say this game will test your attention span like it's a social experiment. Another common criticism, the mechanics don't really evolve much. What you're doing in the early hours is largely what you'll be doing later on. Sneak, observe, move carefully, repeat. For some players, that consistency is comforting. For others, it starts to feel repetitive, especially if you're waiting for a big gameplay twist that never really arrives. This game also doesn't explain itself much. Players mention that Eriksholm assumes you're comfortable with stealth logic already. If you're new to the genre, you might feel a little lost or punished early on. It's kind of the game that quietly watches you struggle and says nothing, which, bold design choice. Honest takeaway, Eriksholm the Stolen Dream is not for everyone, and it's not trying to be. If you love slow, atmospheric storytelling, thoughtful stealth gameplay, games that trust your intelligence, you'll probably really appreciate it. But if you want fast pacing, constant action, big mechanical variety, this game might feel more like a beautiful designed waiting room. Still, for the right audience, Eriksholm is memorable, stylish, and quietly confident, like a game that knows exactly what it is and refuses to apologize for it. If you liked this review, drop a like and subscribe. If you didn't, take your time. Eriksholm would want you to move slowly anyway. Comment below and tell me if this game hooked you or politely asked you to leave after 3 hours.